Greetings, my people. This is your brother B, bringing to you yet again another episode on this YouTube channel, Opps Opportunities for Black and Brown, Brown and Black. And on this episode, episode 27, I'll be talking about the different ethnic backgrounds that that we have here in Southern California, and it's something where it's very beautiful. Just what I've noticed is that big cities like LA, San Francisco, Miami, New York, um, it's starting to get to a point more and more where it's in a state of competition because things have gotten tougher from the 60s till now. The dollar, you can't buy as much with the dollar nowadays, and everything is just crazy expensive. So it's made certain ethnic backgrounds care about more of the money than actually having strong ethnic ties with their people. And I'll just say about my people. So my ancestors, they're from Mexico, Alto Sur de Jalisco. And the ones that first landed over here, they came to the west side, to the Four Corners. My family, well, actually, I have family that live in all four, but originally it was Santa Monica and Venice. So, how we survived, and it was something very beautiful from what I hear from my ancestors, is that when our people would come over, the people that were already established here would help them out get a job, lend them a car, give them a couple bucks for food or whatnot. That's still practiced now, but a lot less. And we're starting to lose the language, Espanol. And that, is not good because that unity is not the same as back in the day. Now we're more focused on ourselves and getting that dough on our own. And unfortunately, that's not the best way of doing things, and I'll tell you why. I've had interactions, like for example, you had Koreans and Ethiopians, Jewish people. I've dealt with these different ethnic backgrounds, races, um, from working with my father, school, whatnot. What I've observed from them, and there's others, you know, that have been doing the same. Also, from a certain part of Mexico, people from Oaxaca, take my hats out to them. Very, very united, like a gang. Damn, I wish we could all be like that. But going back to the Ethiopians, the Jewish people, and the Koreans. So as I was growing up, I would notice that they would do everything possible to put their personal problems to the side, come together and help a particular family establish their own business. Maybe the family's gonna eat rice and beans or whatever it is for the next 2-3 years, and they would have a contract or a game plan for them to succeed. Maybe not everything's 100%. That's always gonna be successful. From what I got to see, there's been success. And their community is very united. For the most part, and that's something that we all need to learn how to do. Go back to our roots, learn about the culture, learn about the language, and from there acknowledge everyone's culture, their ethnic backgrounds, from the cooking, the way they dress, certain ceremonies, their custom parties, whatever it is. It could all work as long as we have respect and an understanding of respect. That's all it takes. But we need to see ourselves as something bigger as people, because and I just want to say for minorities, for Latinos and blacks, um, we've been fighting each other. Not all of us, but this and this fight that we've been having for decades, it really needs to stop, because we've already heard people in power say that you'll own nothing but be happy. No, we need to come together and we need to own something. We need to own businesses and we need to own land. We can't depend on the people that have been failing us for decades to take care of us. We need to take care of ourselves, because things are only getting they're only getting tougher, and people really need to accept that. So if we were to create a network amongst each other to help each other out, and when someone gets a promotion or whatever it is, as long as that person's not doing conniving, shady things, we should be happy for that person. And you know what? If so and so makes it here, not for it not to get to their head, and continue to pull people up. See, and that's something that the Jewish people, Ethiopian people, Korean people, got to see that in a lot of Caucasian people do. Their network. That's how they continue to maintain that level of jobs or opportunities, because they maintain those networks. And I want to say, just for the Latinos, I can't speak for African Americans. Um, the reason why we don't reach that level is because there's so much internal conflict. Oh, you're from this state of Mexico. Oh, I'm from that state of Mexico. And it's like, God damn, man. Our ancestors, it took them so much work to get over here, and now we're gonna continue fighting amongst each other. It needs to stop. Like, because someone's darker, lighter, whatever, it don't matter. The moment they read your last name, oh, Ramirez or Esquivel, whatever it is, they'll be like, oh, brother, you like, it don't matter how white you are. Your last name is just gives it out. You're Latino. So we need to put all that aside. The people that get promoted, to take it humbly and continue to progress, to set the examples for the people that haven't gotten that promotion. And if there's an opportunity for you to promote someone that's a good worker, not just your buddy, help them out. Not just reach the top and don't remember where you come from. That happens to a lot of Latinos, that power gets to their head and then they forget where they came from. They don't want to help out. So the different racial backgrounds that we have in LA is just it's amazing. But what I'm noticing more and more is like the comments of people in LA being cutthroat. Yes, we're not. The thing is, the same system that has these concentrations of jobs, these good jobs, where all these companies, they want to go to San Francisco, LA, Miami, New York, these big cities. We have to, the natives have to compete with people from other states. Conniving things are not cool, but the thing is, we're constantly put in a state of competition. So if we see that you're from somewhere else and we both study the same career, and we're both applying to the same place, like, we're in a state of competition. Me personally, I wouldn't want to be buddy buddy with you. Be cordial, respectful, and that's it. And just, there might be people here in LA that could be conniving, cutthroat, or whatnot. You need to understand that if we were to be going to your city, taking your jobs and opportunities, because now a person from LA that wants to live in LA, that might not be the case anymore. That person might need to go to Miami or wherever there's work. That's why it's very important to develop different cities. Not depend on LA or San Francisco, Miami, New York. or whatever, you know. Like, I understand that because companies are in these cities, that attracts a lot of employees, but that's why it's important to develop other cities so people have opportunities in different states so they don't have to be away from their family. So there could be a good economy over there and people don't have to, you know, do all sorts of things from study from one state and then doing their masters in another and then living in another and working in another. That's just my personal opinion. But going back to the ethnic backgrounds here in LA, it's something very beautiful. I wish we could all learn from each other and all of us grow as one and just look each other as people, you know. Let judge somebody based on their actions. You know, if someone did something bad, you know, it's like, you fool. You don't need to add the color or the race, any of that. It's not necessary because any race, any person from any race could act a certain way. Just judge based on the action. You shouldn't insult, but if you're gonna insult, be like, "Oh, what a dummy." Don't not add the color and the race. And believe me, that will help us a lot grow and respect each other. And that's all I have to say for the different ethnic backgrounds that we have here in Los Angeles and how we could avoid the racial tension little by little. So if you like this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next episode where I'll be talking about uh, racism.